it's Melanie again. Today I have about an hour and 40 minutes before I have to leave for work. So I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how to get this very light sky blue glittery eyeshadow look. Looks a little bit darker in person. Doesn't really show up very well on camera. Try to get a little bit closer. See, it's like a really light blue with like a lot of glitter in it. And on camera it looks like there's a lot more glitter than what it does in person. On camera it's a lot lighter and more glittery. When I'm looking in the mirror it's a bit darker and not quite as glittery. I don't know why it looks like that on camera. And you may want to have to darken it up in a couple spots and probably have to make it a little bit darker than what it is. So we'll see how it goes as I'm applying it and trying to show you guys how to do this. Now first you're just going to need your little angled brush, as such. And the two colors we will be using today is from CoverGirl's Tropical Fusion. We're going to be using the dark blue right here, which is actually not as dark, doesn't come out as dark as it does look on camera. And the Maybelline Eye Studios Tantalizing Teal. Now, first we're going to take the CoverGirl one. We're going to do one very light stroke over the blue. Then we're going to apply it and kind of blend it out as best as we can. It's going to go all over your eye. You may have to go back down. But you want to keep this blue as light as possible. I know my hand's kind of covering it up. Usually you just want it to be dark enough to cover the color of your eyelids without it, being too bold. And if you like really light colors like this, because I'm probably going to darken mine up because I know it's probably going to be, as I'm going to be working, it's going to start creasing. Because that's like one of the worst things I tend to have with my eyeshadows is the amount of creasing, even when I put primer on my eyelids. It does tend to crease a lot more for me. That's what I want to do, because you see it's actually about the same shade. You can see like a couple patches here where it looks like a bit more skin's coming through. This part that I know is going to crease more for me, so that's where I'm going to be retouching up again. You want to take your Maybelline Eye Studio. And if you like this is a pretty decent for a day look. If you want a pop of color but you don't want the boldness you'd wear at night or at the clubs, you could always do this. Or you can even wear this to the clubs if you don't want a more subtle look to it. You want to take this one, you kind of mix these two together. You want quite a bit on your brush for this one, because this one tends to go on extremely sheer. It actually takes me about 4 coats to actually for anything to show up if I don't have a base coat of another color on. And that's basically what it will look like. This side's just a little bit darker, so I'm going to touch this side up a bit. A little bit more of my darker blue over it. Which I tend to use this CoverGirl blue as a base coat for a lot of the blues I use. Actually, even for my green that I have, I usually use the green base coat that's in this one. Then you just play around, making it as dark or as light as you wish. I tend to like my eyeshadows just a little bit darker, because I notice when they're just a little bit darker for me, they tend to not look as creasy as bad, or don't crease as soon. And I have sky blue, or not sky blue, but deep blue Wet n Wild eyeliner on that tends to match. That actually matches this really well. And that's basically all you do for that one. You can wipe off your brush. Since I have different colors that I use this with, I like to keep this as clean as possible. Just tuck that away. Close. Okay, soon this is what the packaging looks like. This is usually about $4 to $5 at Target, and I think it's like this one's about $4 or $5 at Target as well. I wouldn't quote me on those prices. I know my hair looks a raging mess right now. Looks a lot worse on camera than what it does in person, to be honest. But I'm actually going to dye it tomorrow, because I got the stuff yesterday. Which I did try to upload my Walmart haul, but it didn't really work. And I had like these two huge bees like tapping at my window, kind of freaking me out. Then I'm just going to take the Maybelline Lash Stiletto. The wand looks like. And apply it. I've seen videos of other people applying their mascara, and I don't do it this thing because I usually blink over it. I don't know why. And you guys probably heard my phone going off, and I apologize. That's probably going to be really loud on your thing. Ah, just lost it. This is what it looks like closed. I actually have two of these. I have this one, and then I have the red one. They're both called Hydro Fudge. They're both Maybelline Lash Stilettos. The red one is the voluptuous one, and the black one is their normal one. This one is WF294. This one is G401. They're both waterproof. See, waterproof in. Don't know if you can see that one. Waterproof. So, they're both waterproof, and they both have the Hydro Fudge thing on them. I don't know if you can really see them that well. But yeah, they got those on them. The only problem I have with the voluptuous one is it tends to clump on me a lot more, and it's really difficult to get it off my lashes when I try to wipe my makeup off at night. Even if I use, soap and water, or I use makeup remover, I have a really tough time getting the red stiletto off my lashes. They're both in black, so it's not like one's going to be a specific color or anything. But I always have difficulties getting it off my lashes. The black one, I don't have an issue with that, just with the red one. So if anybody's interested in them, that's like the only tip I can give you is probably go with the black one a bit more, because it doesn't seem to clump as bad. Actually, I've never noticed the black one clumping. It's always been the red one. I'm going to go ahead and go in. Yeah, that looks weird. But I'm going to go ahead and go, and please comment, rate, subscribe. I hope you liked this tutorial. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.